Hi, I'm Gloria Pierson, and I'm a certified life coach. Are you striving for happiness? I think we kind of all are. And maybe you have happiness some days. You did really great on a test, or you had a wonderful meal. You met somebody new. You went to a great event. But then the next day, boom. So do you feel your happiness sometimes is like this, up, down, up, down, up, down? Well, then this video is for you, because I'm going to go over some mystical truths for happiness. And there's 4 basic principles which I will go over and then give you an idea of how you could put it to practice in your life today. Now, my channel is here to help you live the best life that you want and that you deserve. And I give you all kinds of tips. Now, if you enjoy my videos, please hit that subscribe button. And I'm really, really grateful for all my subscribers and for anyone that likes my videos. It really keeps me motivated. But let's go ahead and get started. So this is mystical truths for happiness. Oh, that's kind of hard to say. Now, again, I talked about you may have some great things going on and you're happy, and then something else comes and you go down. You know why? Because happiness is not outside of ourselves. It is only inside of ourselves, and only through self-discovery and taking control of the inner will we have lasting happiness on the outside. And when we have that, it's like building a foundation. So when that problem comes along, you don't have the ups and downs of the emotion. You can handle it because you have that inner strength, that inner peace. And now, the reason I did this video is this past month, our family had some great times. We had a wedding, we had graduation, there was Mother's Day. My sons who lived 3,000 miles away were in town. And then it all stopped. And yesterday I thought, oh my gosh, I had such a busy 6-7 weeks, and I felt like kind of down. And though, you know, I do my practice, I do my meditation, and I thought, okay, I need to just sink in, do some self-discovery, read some of my books, the masters that I love, and get myself out of it. And you know what? I did. And that's the same thing you can do. So what are some universal truths, mystical truths for happiness? The first, you can change yourself, but you can't change others. They have their own lives. I have one client that really dislikes his boss, and he goes on and on and on about it. And I said, you can't change your boss. That is not for you to do, but you can change your attitude about it. And don't go like a yo-yo up and down with his whims. So you can change yourself, you can't change others. Don't get frustrated and try and do that. And again, you can destroy negative attitudes, but maybe not conditions. So there may be some conditions in your life that you don't like, that you want to change. And if you work on it, you will change them. But your attitude today towards those conditions can change. And you could have happiness even though what is around you, you're not happy with. The third one is inner. Let the inner control the outer. Not the outer control the inner. When you let the outer control the inner, that's when you're up, down for happiness. Okay, so you may be running late, or you're late for a meeting and there was a traffic accident and it delayed you. And so you can't control that, but you can control your reaction to it. You can get a hold of your inner self, and even if that happens, it's not going to throw you off. You can still have a really good day. There's a book I love. It's The Vision of God by Swami Ramdas. And in this, he goes through a pilgrimage. And he has the most, really some humorous things that happen to him, and some not humorous, but he takes it with just a grain of salt. And it's like, oh, okay, this is what God wants. I'm not going to worry about it. And if we can all live our lives like that, just think what happiness you would have. And again, this does not come overnight. It takes time. But you can do it. And also what I want to say about this, no matter what experience you go through, whether it's the boss, whether it's a traffic accident, no matter how small or trivial, whether you consider it good or bad, it still is putting you in the right direction. Our life is our teacher. And again, it is how we control our reactions to what goes on to how our level of happiness is. So when you look on life without judgment, but anything that happens to you, no matter how trivial, is important. It's just like if you're listening to somebody playing the piano, and you may know how to play and you may not, but if they hit a note that's wrong, you know it's wrong. Even though if you don't know if it's A, B, or C, you don't know what note it is, but you know it's wrong. It doesn't sound right. And that's the same when we get in touch with ourselves. We know when something is not quite right. And the more we do this, the more our recovery time will be quicker. So now I'm going to go over 4 mystical truths for happiness. And if you don't understand any of these or you need more clarifications, write to me in the comments and I will get back to you and help you on those. So the first, you have to have a desire for change. You have to realize that maybe you can do some things differently and you want a change. Now, once you make that decision for the desire for change, you're over 50% there. You really are. The rest you'll put into works, but once that decision is made, 100% made, you're there. And then you'll start your practice. And one of my mystic teachers always says, if you're true to your practice will be true to you. If you're true to your practice will be true to you. So you've made the decision to do it. Now, there's going to be mistakes, there's going to be setbacks, like I told you I had yesterday, but you're going in the right direction and you have to have faith and trust in that path. The second, you have to connect with help. You have to learn the principles of the mystic way. So how could that help you? YouTube videos, books, a coach, a life coach, a support group, a meditation group. So connect with some source of help to learn the principles. That's the second, because you're going to keep evolving at this. And the third is self-reflection. Now, this is honesty in a non-judgmental way. Because our thoughts are like drum beats. Our thoughts of desires, of fear, boom, boom, boom. They've been there for years. So we kind of want to change the drum beats. So that calls for self-reflection, self-honesty. And there's so many ways this could be done. This could be a walk in nature, watching a sunset, meditation, prayer, just quietly sitting and journaling your thoughts. It's self-honesty and self-reflection. Because first is awareness and then comes the change. So if you're aware of those drum beats in your head, that's the beginning of the change. And the fourth is persistence. And this is one of the hardest things. When you decide on this path for happiness, you've opened that door. And when you open that door, it may be kind of dark, you don't see anything. And then maybe one day you'll see a little blinking light. It's like, aha, aha. And you continue on it and you'll have a flashlight that will light your path to what you do next. But persistence, I feel people contact me the most about, is the hardest. And it could be you're just ready to turn that corner and you don't give up. I say like our thoughts and our desires and everything in our head, it's like cobwebs. And when we get down to those little cobwebs, our ego doesn't want to do that. But that's when you have to keep up with your practice. Because it could just be right around the corner. It's like you're going to a lecture on astronomy and they talk about the moon. And it's really interesting. But then you go outside and you experience a beautiful full moon. Words probably cannot describe how you feel. So it's the same thing. It's keeping up with that practice till you have that feeling, that intuition, and you're on that road to happiness. Now, the experiment I want you to do, and maybe try and do it today, and I want you to do this for 30 minutes, maybe an hour, longer if you like. I want you to go about your life and just let it be. Try not to get frustrated, try not to control it. Whatever comes up, it's like Ram Dass did, oh, okay, I'll accept this, and I won't let it control me. and you go on. In other words, go through a half hour or an hour effortlessly. No matter what comes up, go through it effortlessly. Be carried by life instead of you carrying it. Be carried by it. Let it go and try to not react and just observe. And if you do this in small increments, someday your whole life will be doing that. Now again, if you have questions, write to me in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, like it. And again, I'm so grateful for you watching this video and for all my subscribers. And if you'd like it, maybe subscribe. And I'm sending you lots of love and light. Until next time.